to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonia and I would love it if you could subscribe, and if you're already an existing subscriber, welcome back. It feels really weird to be filming because I feel like I haven't filmed in a while. Even though I did film last week, it just feels like it's been a long time. Just before I start my update for my Throwback 30, I'm not quite sure how I feel about this lip colour. I have picked out a few lip colours from my collection that I want to try whilst I'm not panning so much stuff, and this is one where I thought I wasn't quite sure what I thought to it, and even now I'm like, I just don't, it makes my teeth look weird. I'm not sure whether I like it. But anyway, today's video is going to be my Throwback 30 update, and I can roll one thing out. So what I will do is I will start with the products I can roll out, then I'll talk about the rest of the products I'm still working on. So this is a PANtastic Ladies Collab Facebook group project, and it was created by Cece. And this project is a combination of 30 different PANtastic Ladies Collab Facebook group projects throughout the years, and people in the group vote for the projects they wanted to work on. Without further ado, let's get into the update. The project I can roll out and the product I chose for that was Harry Potter and the Pan of Fire. For that I chose Golden Snitch and Gryffindor. So Golden Snitch was golden and Gryffindor was scarlet and gold. And for that I brought in my Kiko Wonder Woman blush. This one is in Charming Rose. And before I brought into this project I hadn't tried it. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful. I really enjoy this blush. This is definitely staying in my collection, and I wanted to use this one 20 times. I had 5 uses left last update, so I did manage to get my 5 uses this update. Like I said, this is definitely staying in my collection. I really do enjoy that. Okay, so now let's talk about the project I'm still working on. So the first one is 12 Days of Christmas, and for that I chose 8 Maids Are Milking. And I picked the Duval's Milky Argan Active Pure Intense Hydrating Milk. And I want to finish this. I think a lot of the things in this project I did choose to finish, but this is my progress. So I was here last update and now I'm here. I didn't use these products a lot because I've just been really busy in December. I feel like I've said this in every video, but I've been so busy in December, and also I wasn't very well, so I haven't used these products as much as I usually would. I mean, you can see from that progress I had previously, it's not as good, but I did use it 9 times. This is a nice product, but it just wouldn't be a product I would get again. I do use this as my night moisturiser. I do like something a little bit more hydrating, but this is okay and I'm happy to use it. I do think that might be in there for quite a few months yet. The next project is 50 Shades of Pink. So for that I brought in my MAC lipstick in Meh. I brought this in for a replacement for another product because I think that product had gone off. So this is what it looks like. And my goal is 20 uses on this, and this update I've used it 12 times, so I think I will have this one rolled out by next update. This is the type of shade I usually go for though. This is like my comfort shade. I always love wearing shades like this, so yeah, I don't think I'm going to have a problem having this one rolled out by next update. The next project is Alice in WonderPAN, and the prompt I chose for that was White Queen, a product that makes you feel mature, elegant, poised. If you wonder why I'm looking this way, by the way, I have my computer here with all of my prompts, and for that I picked my L'Oreal red lipstick in I Am Worth It. Red lipstick always makes me feel elegant, so I put this in to finish. I used it 3 times this update, so I haven't used it a huge amount. The most I've used it in any update is 4. I mean, I'm trying to see if there's any window in, and you can see a little bit there, but I'm really not sure. I'm just using it though. It's a colour that I do like to use. It is a stain, and I do find that if I put it on in the morning, by the afternoon I do have to reapply it. And as much as I love wearing a red lip doesn't go with every look, so I'm trying to use it where I can, but I'm really hoping I can have this one out by the finale of this, which I think is July. I'm hoping I can have that one finished. I'd feel really good if I could get a red lipstick out of my collection. The next project is Birthstone Beauty. So I chose February because that is my birthday month, and The birthstone for February is Amethyst. So I brought in my Becca Highlighting Prismatic Amethyst and I wanted to hit pan on this. This is my progress. I feel like I'm getting a pretty good dip here now. So I have used this one 9 times. I've focused on this. I'm wearing it today as a highlight and also as an inner corner highlight as well. I have been using this as both. But yeah, I definitely think I can see a dip forming here. So I'm really hoping in maybe the next few updates I should have pan on this. I have a full size of this because I do really enjoy this. This is one of my favourite highlighters in my collection, which is a shame because you can't buy Becca anymore. But I've used it the most since this has been introduced and I still like it, still really enjoy using that. So the next project is Child of the 80s and the prompt I chose was the Goonies, an item that was hard / an adventure to find. So for that I brought in my Revolution Surf eyeshadow palette and I want to use this one 30 times. This update I have used it 8 times and overall I've used it 18 times. So I've only got 12 uses left on this and I have really been enjoying using this palette. I have even dipped into shades that I wouldn't usually dip into. So yeah, I have been enjoying using this. Before I brought into this project, I hadn't used it either. And this took me forever to get this into my collection because every time I bought it, for some reason, it was then out of stock and then they couldn't send me it. It took me 3 tries to get this into my collection, but I did finally get it. Next project is I Heart the 90s and the prompt I chose was I Will Always Love You, a product that's been a holy grail for a long time. So for that I brought in my Rimmel Lasting Radiance foundation and I want to finish this. This is one of my older foundations in my collection now, but I do already have a backup because I love it so much. And this is my progress. So this was one of the foundations that seemed to not move, even if I'd used it so many times. So I think I used this 8 times and it still didn't look like it had moved. I've used it a further 4 times and now I'm here. So I think it's weird because one side is lower than the other side. I'm not quite sure why, but that is where I'm at now. I do think I will have this one finished by the end of the project. I'm hoping to be able to have this out by February if I can. I'd be really happy with that because I haven't finished any foundations this year. I've worked on a lot of foundations and I'm pretty close with a couple of foundations, but I've not finished any foundations this year. So I'll be happy that I'm going to be finishing some next year at least. The next project is lip service. So for that I brought in the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in cans. Absolutely love this. If this was the only lip product I had in my collection, I would be happy. Really do enjoy this. So I want to use this one 30 times. This update I used it 6 times, so overall I'm up to 22 uses. Again, I think this will be another one that will be rolled out by next update, but I love this. And this is getting older as well, so I am going to need to work on this soon to finish. The next project is Nightmare on Panning Street. So this is a new product that I hadn't used until this update. So the prompt I chose was Jaws, a water themed item, and for that I brought in the Touch Hydration Serum, and this is my progress. So I was here and now I am here. I really enjoy this serum. This is so hydrating for my skin. I thoroughly enjoy it. So my goal is to finish it and I've used it 14 times up to now. I don't want this to finish. I mean, it's going to take me quite a few months, I think, anyway, looking at that. Potentially 3 months to finish, but I really am enjoying using that. I think I got that in my Discover Beauty, and this would be definitely something I would consider buying because I do really enjoy it. The next project is Skin Is In, and for that I brought in the Indeed No Acid pads. So I want to finish this. This has 30 pads in, and this update I've used them 3 times. So overall I'm up to 8 uses, so I've used 8 pads out of this. I don't use these every day. I use them 2 to 3 times a week, more like 2 times a week. After I had COVID, I found that my skin was really dry, like super dry again, and I was just a bit nervous about using these because I didn't want to irritate my skin, so I haven't used them for a while, but I think I might reintroduce them again maybe in the new year. But yeah, I've used them 3. They're okay. They do make my face sting a little bit, nothing too bad. I wouldn't get them again. I don't feel like it's a step in my routine that I need, but I have them in my collection, so I will use them. The next project is the Golden Girls Project Pan, and the prompt I chose was cheesecake, something in sweet packaging or smells sweet. So for that I brought in the Karma Co lip mask in vanilla. If you know me and you've been watching me for a while, you know I absolutely love anything vanilla. And I want to finish this, and I used it 9 times this update, and this is my progress. So as you can see, I've hit pan now at the bottom, and I'm just working on the product on the edge. I don't need a lot of this. It's a really thick lip mask, which is nice. I usually put this on before I go to bed, and I find it really does moisturise my lips. But it's going to take me quite a while, I think, to use it, because like I said, I really don't need a lot of it. But I have used it 9 times this update. And then the last project I've worked on this month is tiny pans. And for that I brought in my NARS Unwrapped palette. This one is in Orgasm. And I want to hit pan in all shades. So I used it 9 times this update, and I'm happy to say I've hit pan in one of the shades now. So I have been trying to focus on this one. Now I'm going to start to focus on this one here. These are quite deep pans, a lot deeper than I thought they were going to be, considering this is a small palette. But I'm on my way. Do I think I'm going to reach pan in all of them by July? I don't think I will. But even if I can just get like 2 or 3 more pans, I would be thrilled. Not my favourite palette. The shimmers are okay, but I would expect more from NARS for how much you pay for their palettes. Now, I don't know whether this palette is different to their bigger palettes, but I'm not wowed by this. Not wowed by the shimmer formula. And I don't know whether I've used the matte shades in here. I don't think I've used that one yet, but yeah, just not obsessed with the shimmer ones in that, unfortunately. So I haven't talked about all of the projects that I currently have left in, because some of the products I haven't worn this update, and some I still haven't started yet, and I'm hoping to be able to start in the new year. But I still managed to hit a goal this month, so I'm happy with that. And I do think there's going to be at least a minimum of 2 products next update that I'm going to be able to roll out as well. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and it means the absolute world to me if you could subscribe if you don't already. And until my next video, thank you for coming by. See you later.